How are we doing today, Starseeds? Hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be covering how the new moon in Scorpio, due on November 1st in just a few days, will be affecting the Starseed Collective on the forefront of their mission to save the world with their innate heroism, bring in the new Earth, Age of Aquarius, Golden Age 5D paradise through their bodies, aka the Promised Land or Heaven on Earth, prophesies to rain down upon humanity during end times, which we are most certainly in, and greatly sear or damn to hell all the ones who fail to notice the signs, get spiritually fit, or at least adhere to and maintain a nice, friendly, welcoming, yet strong personality to where people aren't taking advantage of you, your wisdom, or your kindness until the time of judgment and revelations officially initiates. Because the new moon will take place in the zodiac Scorpio this month, ruled by the planet Pluto in modern day astrology and Mars in traditional astrology, this means that there will be much more fire to and within us than usual, adding to our stamina, courage, and drive, so we'll get things done we're intuitively being guided by spirit to finalize, as I'm feeling major conclusion energies, bringing us into a brand new, high vibrational timeline, and this will be what supports us to get things done so we may begin to close down these old karmic chapters and begin to flourish in ways that we could not before when trapped in the confines and limitations of the Matrix beast system, pretty much as its slave, but even more so as its slave before we officially began our spiritual awakening process and woke up to what's been truly going on right behind our backs, in front of our faces, and all around, us ruthlessly at the center of it. If you were new, confused, or needed a refresher on what the new moon is exactly and how it affects us, this is when the moon is in direct conjunction with the sun and appears completely invisible from the Earth's perspective. It is here to bring forth new beginnings, in order to remove us from stagnant periods or from chapters within the journey that are ready to sort of implode on itself, which you may feel as great tension or stress within your solar plexus or heart chakra regions when time is almost officially up on that phase you're likely so done with. Closing down these chapters of karma that's usually not even always yours, but your family's BS that you're judging for Judgment Day, and putting a permanent stop to, in which you will be rewarded immensely in eternal paradise in heaven and the earth with all of your much owed birthrights and inheritances, packaged and bestowed upon you upon completion of the task. Mother Earth's terrible karmic history that you've been bound to, typically from the horrible bloodline you incarnated into, as well as from your soul's lineage, calling you to shut down fake systems threatening your and God's heritage, will also be purged out through your etheric body, kidneys, heart, spleen, brain, stomach, liver, pretty much every main functioning organ, even down to the cells, in order to erase the cellular memory of this evil, toxic, chaotic, psychotic dysfunction from the Earth and entire universe's history. This task and huge joint starship Star Wars mission that we've been on together for the past 15 years for most of us is now coming to a complete close once and for all, although it is majorly tied into the Cricket Hunger Games The Purge zombie apocalypse ascension process that we were fooled into, played, and hijacked by, as I'm feeling it within my guts, heart, and soul that this is it, Michael Jackson. I also heard the words back to square one, which means that all true, innocent victors and victims of the Hunger Games may return full circle back to their happy, grounded, positive, natural 3D timelines before it even began, resume life from this point, and re-become the lively, active, energized, bubbly, multi-talented, charismatic, I'm being told sharply, happy-go-lucky person they used to be during this important time frame. This will be returned to from a 5D, 3D perspective this time, however, due to our successful ascent up to this Starseed playground frequency, land, and dimension, demanded by us from the sick game we've been bound to for seemingly forever, so that heaven may be grounded and anchored into the earth in this way, which we have completely brought to the table like the natural, born and bred superheroes we uniquely are, to be explored, enjoyed, and experienced to the max, while all naysayers to Christ and enemies to us Christ beings, for no reason whatsoever except for envy purposes, may return full circle back to the low vibrational, pissy, Piss poor on so many levels, negative, dual reality of limitations where they belong, and even suffered from in past lifetimes. Bringing in the evening out effect meant to occur and sweep across all of humanity within the New Earth 5D Middle Earth sector of the Age of Aquarius timeline, middle meaning reaching middle ground and mutual understanding between every single living and breathing being upon Mother Earth participating in this era that we're all in. I hope that wasn't too hard to understand, as I am aware myself just how confusing this all can be to fully grasp at first. But just note that this is on purpose and was deliberately set up in this, riddle me that fashion by the Archons and reptilian and Unakian race of foreign aliens in human bodies, working alongside longtime Jesuits and Nazis to overtake our beautiful kingdom and utopia all for themselves, destroy and slander as many of us as possible simply for being and remaining pure at the core, and for daring to have the correct, bright, higher perspective of life and all of its wondrous possibilities, our biggest, deepest dreams included. And lastly, the new moon is also here to send us what's known as light codes, or a form of a dissectable, downloadable love language right through our crown chakras in order to heal us in any areas needed within our etheric body, so it may seep into other areas of our body that needs upgrades, majorly our light bodies included, provide us information on what to do and where to go next, but on more grounded levels, to deepen us at the heart and mind level, peeling us back like the layers of an onion every single time until we finally reach the core of who we truly are and who we've truly been all along, which you will find was absolutely everything once we finally get here. I hope all of that was digested and well integrated, so that you may be full enough and ready to get into the tarot reading portion of this video. Let's do it. So first up, when shuffling my Light Seers tarot deck and asking the Scorpio angel experts in Fairy Kingdom to provide us the best cards for this somewhat mini reading, the Two of Wands is what flipped out of the deck to enlighten us. From first glance, the white dots embroidering the entire windowsill the young woman sits gazing out of is coming with the energies of us now being totally and entirely protected and encompassed by God from all naysayers of Christ, us natural-born Christ beings as an effect, who have been the biggest problems to us throughout the entire Hunger Games Ascension process, and even before it even began, back in 2012, before they decided to flip on us, get even worse than they were before it officially kicked off in 2014, and caused all kinds of unnecessary karmic mayhem within our lives, and even others around us, as they do the devil's work and facilitate Reverse Judgment Day, like we're meant to be, but not meant to be truly, facilitating as undercover Jehovah's Witness agents in forward motion. It actually looks and feels like the young Starseed, turned Starseed warrior, as you can see by the staff she holds in her hand, is backing up and gradually being pulled away from the fiery sunset, representing all the hardships and strife she's had to undergo in order to finally be in this higher heaven 5D timeline of pure bliss, as well as representing the fiery pit of hell that the former enemy didn't even realize they were already in, while they were so ruthlessly, selfishly, ignorantly, and chaotically judging us, harming us, shading us, and doing us and everyone like us any kind of way with the fake boost of power and demonic ego support bestowed upon them straight from the devil. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, is what I just heard within my mind, which is highlighting once again the rod she powerfully holds in her hand, standing tall and proud atop of Mount Everest, above all of our fallen enemies, and is translating to me that we have now become the fully restored, lost but now found Hebrew Israelites that was stolen, severed, and separated from God, Source Creator, and grace, our own souls as an effect, and all of the fragmented pieces of us now returning to each other, making us more than the whole beings we once were, until our cup shall runneth over with great joy. I used to hear that old passage, thy rod and thy staff they comfort me, that is, whenever shit was meant to hit the fan within my life, from doing good work for the Lord, striving to succeed in life, and actually focusing on fulfilling my dreams. However, I feel that this old curse and story has now flipped onto them entirely, relieving these unfair, incredibly uncalled for burdens from us forever, magically removing all of the times we were pulled out of life to suffer for no reason in such dark ways, and forcing the enemy to see with the widest, clear as eyes this time, just the role they played within our lives as asleep zombie walkers of the zombie apocalypse ascension process that we have now conquered with the greatest success and victory. You should be so proud of yourselves for undertaking something so otherworldly and actually overcoming and completely dominating it, even when you shouldn't be a participant in something like this in the first place. To go even further into the reading, we have the major arcana Death and Rebirth here to provide us with the messages we need, which is perfect, as new moons are here to do just that for us, sometimes on grand scales, causing major purges and emotional breakdowns to stir within us, other times on more subtle scales, whenever some form of a shift is meant to be made within us, to help us release karma from the past and be light enough to transcend into higher vibrational timelines, which I'm going to ask to occur sooner rather than later for us this new moon, in order to play into the theme of power reclamation and being completely done with bullshit and holdups from the past. To continue, I am immediately seeing and feeling a huge gateway portal opening up, sparked by the new moon in Scorpio, which the red color of the hooded figure is giving us all the fire, passion, and stamina to fearlessly go through, which I feel is both taking us to the other side of true stardom for all of you budding Starseed celebrities out there, as well as taking us to the other side of a complete paradise, the new Earth 5D golden age of Aquarius paradise, that is, after doing all we've needed to do to actually close down all chapters of karma from our old family's history, Mother Earth and the universe's history included, while being in a sort of side reality, in a 2D, 4D realm, away from our usual reality, all in the same process. I'm going to ask now for our reality to be flipped from the former 2D, 4D realm of so-called living and right into the more natural, harmonious to the human body and consciousness, 3D, 5D realm of living, while blowing up the former false reality and timelines as we say goodbye, so that our lives may begin to ensue right back to its normally scheduled programming, just like before, just in a much higher vibrational, more fulfilling, proactive way than formerly attainable. So, do you see the kind of switch we made and how we cheated the devil while escaping here? Although we natural cheats have truly been doing this to him and his disciples beneath the surface this entire time. I'm feeling a major power integration and restoration processing here within us and for us, so we may be rewarded in full from all energy vampires, as it's coming straight from their bank accounts that so stupidly stole life force energy from us, some even stealing physical possessions from us while in this counterfeit realm just because they felt weakness within us, opportunity, and said yes to the devil to obsessively have a part of us. This kind of behavior is most definitely primordial in its nature, Babylonian primordial, that is, however, not like the true, fresh primordial timeline and era from way back in the day, which I'm going to ask for you to get a taste of right now while we're on it, and the enemy who truly is obsessed with us in the most filthy, perverted, demonic, belittling ways must be served their papers, judged incredibly harshly for the inconvenience, and damned straight to hell on earth first before their final judgments officially hits them, which we are going to command gets done right away to make us whole and things right and entirely balanced for us for being tried and tested in such ways like that. And lastly, to bring us all home, we have the Ace of Cups as our final message of this Starseed Ascension Energies reading regarding the new moon stationed in Scorpio on November 1st. Speaking of home, the hard and water-filled cup the cosmic woman holds within her hands, while smiling, feels like it is telling us that home is where the heart is, while immense deepening of the heart, our hearts, is taking place here, opening up another portal for us to go through, except this time, in a much more grounded way, our hearts is the portal we'll be diving into, likely very emotionally in addition, which the water outpouring from within it is depicting. As I always say, cry as much as you need to, without any shame, embarrassment, or reluctance, as this is what being a human, a strong human being at that, is made of, and it's also the key to breaking down the final timeline I'm feeling and hoping it is, keeping us bound to the Age of Pisces timeline, now the Age of Pieces timeline, since it's been destroyed by us dedicated undercover agents of the Rose and Tribe of Judah in our long drawn out mission to bring forth the 5D New Earth, Middle Earth Playground timeline. Don't worry, be happy is also felt coming through the smiling, blissed out, happy-go-lucky individual in the image, giving me such strong Buddha vibes of true mindfulness and well-being from it, telling us that everything will be alright from here on out, and that it is perfectly okay to leave these old deities behind if you've been working with them in order to reintegrate into normal life in its entirety and become as super normal as you can before meeting them and working with them again as equals one day. So much fulfillment that is already completely erasing our illusory past, that we can still be proud of course, as it is a badass past that we've actually been through and is enough to be plaqued and hung onto a wall, is felt coming through now, which I'm going to ask you to receive access to before the new moon officially hits. Now that we've gotten rid of the naysayers and haters holding onto our coattails to be who we are before we even fully come into this entirely, and steal whatever they can from us, like the alien entities they naturally are in the process. The sensation of being risen right back up to the stars within our solar system, but for real this time, in order to be marked, named, crowned, and honored as a true Starseed/Starseed Celebrity, is felt occurring from the stars surrounding the young, sanctified woman in the illustration, bringing true wholeness to our souls on a 7D Galactica scale, commemorating us and making us see crystal clearly just who we are as a starseed, that this is the most incredible, most rewarding thing to be, and that this is what it means to be a true celebrity in general, rather than the ones you're used to seeing on the red carpet. True ascension is finally taking place here for this specially chosen group of first wave starseeds, so please be so proud of yourselves, even if it seems no one else is, as this will be corrected either way, and look forward to the most rewarding, inspiring, creative, fulfilling opportunities to attract your way effortlessly in the brand new paradigm where this is now possible. And that concludes this Starseed Ascension Energies tarot reading in regards to how the new moon in Scorpio, set on November 1st, will be affecting the first waivers of the Hunger Games Witch Age Ascension process. I hope that you received all that you needed from it. Comment down below if you'd like to have a conversation. Visit my Etsy shop for powerful energy healing and tarot readings. Subscribe if you become a fan of these videos of mine. And stay tuned for more readings covering the Ascension energies of November. Bye for now.